Hello and welcome to Living with the Landspeeder, where we StarWarsify Disney parks, one attraction at a time. I'm your host, Ryan, joined by my good pal, Katrin, and my other good pal, Derek. How you guys doing tonight?
Hey, buddy.
Oh,
nice.
See what you did there.
How you doing, pal?
Welcome back, Derek.
Welcome
you
back.
last time.
Oh, it's good to be back. It was a great episode. I always really love the episodes I'm not on.
I'm so happy that you listened. Did you really?
Yeah.
Did you really like it?
Yeah, just like it's always interesting because I remember when I was moving to Des Moines, you guys did that episode, and I really loved it. And that was the one you did the teacups. And then I think like, wow, I really love those episodes that I'm not on. And then
He's quitting.
But
What's going on?
but then I
Eric's
think about the episodes, like I'm like trying to think of the details of the ones that I've been on. I'm like, I don't remember anything. But I remember everything about the ones you guys do without me. I'm like, I'm a really big fan of this show. What can I say?
Did you like that we did a walkthrough video?
I did. And I made a couple comments on there, but like as I was listening, I like kept wanting to comment like it was live, and I'm like,
no,
what are you doing, Derek?
We got to get back live. 50th, maybe we'll be live.
Let's do it live for the 50th.
Live for the 50th. That'd be
What
cool.
is that? So what does that make today?
The 49th.
The 49th.
Whoa!
Wow.
Chapter 49. It was
Man.
the best of times.
So,
It was the worst of times.
I will say that last week's episode had double the number of views than normal.
Because Derek listened.
It increased by, like, seriously, it was double the views.
It's because I wasn't on. I'm telling you.
I don't know if it's because we mentioned another YouTube channel, or if it was because people were actually watching it and they came back and finished watching it because it was so good.
I thought you meant that we usually have one viewer, and then since Derek wasn't on, we had two.
I always play them back. I don't watch them again, but I play them at least so we get one view.
No, it's a good number. I'm not going to say out here. It's almost like we're bragging or anything.
Yeah.
We did hit 7.
48.
Whoa!
Oh.
I mean,
hey, that's great.
That's the views, right? That's the views.
Yeah.
Wow.
Views, yeah. That's good for us.
Yeah. We love it. I'm just
I will say on
I'm
Geek, we were looking at stats of the day, and we have a video that has had 1,500 views on it. So we had an animator on there that did the.
I thought it was 15,000. I'm pretty sure it's 15,000.
15,000, yes.
I was gonna say 1,500. Like we've done that here with James. We set the bar too high.
Maybe it was. It was some like crazy number I can't even think of. I was like, wow, we're going viral.
I don't want to because it's going to be like 2.
We're going virus.
Anyways.
But
yeah, that was a fun one last week with the video and doing our walkthrough, and it was a ride I didn't expect to really enjoy watching again and doing a StarWarsification of. Like I was sitting there watching, I was like, this is not that bad of a ride.
Well, it's one of my least favorite rides. So I was really glad you chose that one when I wasn't on.
There you go.
Because I'm just so angry that that they don't have Mr. Toad, and
I don't know. It was enjoyable.
We did. I mean, I think we did good with what it was.
Yeah,
I think we had some bangers there
for sure. I love that, like, as you were doing something, you're like, what would the ride vehicle be? And I'm going, a helmet, a helmet. And then you got it. I like lobbed it to you after it was already recorded.
So this was on our I'm Geek thing. It says, congrats, your channel is 8 years old today.
Oh, well.
There you go. Yeah, so this has been really exciting. Anyways, I was trying to find it real quick, but it didn't have
15,000.
It was 15,000. Okay, that is a much more impressive number. But yeah, Lucas the Spider,
Joshua 15,000.
So yeah,
I'll take it.
That far yet.
It's pretty stellar. Great job, guys.
We get there. We'll get up to Derek the Frank number someday.
My travel channel's monetized now too.
Nice.
Which was way easier. With like 5 videos or 6 videos, way easier.
So now we got to figure out how to get this one monetized.
Well, we just need to go to Disney all the time because that's what did it. I was
do it.
I did a live at Disney and then put a couple Disney videos out, and it was fine.
All
It's
right,
totally fine.
guess we're going to Disney now.
Yep, got to.
I will be there, and Catron will be there in October. Separate things. I'll be in the Universal side, and he'll be in the Disney side. Hopefully, we can meet up someplace.
Speaking of the Disney side, everything will be gone by the time you're there.
Yeah,
Rivers of America and the riverboat and
Lots of walls.
Yeah, lots of walls. You won't have Rock and Roller Coaster, or when is that?
No, it's closing later this year. So
Maybe they'll do it early just for you.
Yeah. I hope so because I don't ride it. My wife was like, "You're going to ride it with me." I'm like, "No, I'm not."
Spaceship Earth will be gone.
Spaceship Earth is going to be closing in August, but they haven't said how long. So it could be a quick refurbishment, is what I'm hoping for.
I mean, I think it'd be no less than a month.
That's fine. I'll be there in mid-October. It's closing in August.
I think they're turning it into a roller coaster.
I think I'm gonna say like the earliest it's got to be like December.
But it's weird, which I guess it's still a while till it's going to close. But it's weird that they haven't said how long yet. But like given any sort of mention, because usually they'll say it's going to be closed for a week or two. Like the Skyliner closed.
I think they're redoing it though.
They are. I mean, they plan to do that before.
Yeah,
I don't think they're doing that big refurb that they originally said.
I don't think so either. But I'm hoping because it sure is a lot. I mean, we were planning on doing some different things this year and not focusing so much on the rides, but I also just don't want a lot of walls, but I think it's what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's a bummer. But when I was just there recently, I maybe did 3 rides in 4 days. And it was one of the most enjoyable Disney trips I've ever had because I just sat and hung out. It was wonderful.
Yeah, no, I can see that. I definitely want to.
And the whole time, our good friend Meg was like, "Are you sure you're not bored?" I'm like, "No, this is wonderful. This is great."
Yeah,
it felt like a local.
She needs to come on here sometime.
I know she's so busy. Her and Robin are both so busy doing their painting and doing everything they do. I mean,
you could do like a live drawing of one of our rides or the ride.
Oh, that'd be fun.
3 different rides.
We could get Painted Tusk to do that for us.
They're good people.
Oh, man.
All right. So we sort of hinted at the news. Stuff is closing down. Test Track is opening back up. So that's good.
Very soon.
Did you guys watch the ride throughs?
I sure did.
Yeah.
And
I'm excited.
I don't think I saw all of it.
Oh, I saw the whole thing.
It was awesome. It was wonderful.
There's a full ride through. I don't know who has it, but I'm sure it's a few people now. But I thought it was excellent.
I saw the LiDAR or whatever they're doing. Yep. That was cool.
Yeah, I'm really happy with it. Of course, people are upset. Oh, it's a cheap overlay. And I'm like, it wasn't a long overlay. And they said the whole time that it was supposed to give credit to the original ride.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be all 3 or the first 2 versions plus was it World Motion or whatever. So I think they nailed it. I think it's great.
Yeah, those some people that come
in there.
Yep.
No.
Squirt guns.
It's a windshield wipers.
Yeah, that would be kind of fun. Like acid.
They used to have that, the acid and the ice. Remember that? Remember? You don't remember that?
In Test Track, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, Test
That
Track.
shot you in the eyes?
Acid? I don't know.
Okay, so you went to this place, and it said we're going to test the different things, and it had corrosion as one of them, and it sprayed, and it was like the lights went green, and it had like ice, like a cold wind.
Oh,
that's
I remember that.
This was like older Test Track. Yeah, so it wasn't really acid, but they made it look like you're doing.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Corrosion. How a corrosion.
So it would have been version 1 then.
It would be.
It would have to be.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean that's the only because it definitely wasn't version 2.
No, it was version 1. That was a fun part though, because you went and it got really hot, so they did a heat test.
Yeah.
And they had these heat lamps come on.
I remember that.
And then they had the cold with the ice or whatever, and then they had the
I just don't remember the acid.
Corrosion.
I guess
I don't either.
I know they talked about it. I'd have to go back, but I remember
maybe that was like in
turns out I was
Jurassic
actually
Park.
just watching Roger Rabbit.
No, they had the 3 things on the side that would light up. It was like the heat, the cold, and then the corrosion.
Mm.
Boop, boop, boop. And I think when it got to the corrosion, the lights turned green.
And spit acid on you.
And then a dinosaur came out and spit acid at you.
Yeah. If you're listening, let us know in the comments if you remember the corrosion.
If you're watching, also let us know in the comments.
And you know what? The other part of the news is they said there will be no virtual queue with this ride. It will be straight up line.
Now tell me.
Yeah.
Straight up line.
Queue.
Well, I don't think it needs a virtual queue because it's not like the ride itself isn't any different. It's just the overlay is different, which is cool. They needed it.
But they did one for Tiana's, right? And it's essentially the same ride, right?
Yeah, but that was different.
I think they're starting to figure out that with the way that these rides are set up, like ones that aren't brand new that they've done overlays with this stuff. I think they figured out that virtual queues don't work.
I mean, I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
Because we always got lucky and got on the virtual queue. That wasn't a problem for us. So I didn't mind it because I didn't have to really go think about like, when am I going to go stand in line for this? And
I think they realized it gave them more of a headache than it was needed. So they're like, just let people stand in line.
I just didn't like it for Tron because, riding Tron during the day is like, meh.
Sure.
It's like, oh yeah, that was like fast. But it's all about riding at night. And if you get the virtual queue, you had a good chance that you weren't going to get it at night.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense.
Or you just do what I did and go to the after hours party, and it was only a 20-minute wait.
Whoa.
And it was wonderful.
There you go.
Totally worth the money.
I watched a video of a guy that he got there like 10 minutes before park close and went straight over to it and got in line, and he was there for like an hour and a half waiting in line to get through it because it happened to be a late night. For the deluxe, they get to stay later.
Yeah. There you go.
I did that like the first month, maybe a month or two after Pandora opened, and we waited for Flights of Passage at like 5 minutes before close.
Nice.
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah.
And then like it was almost a little creepy how quiet Animal Kingdom was because it was would have been September.
All the animals are out stalking their prey.
They were.
And then Orlando has approved for Disney to start to have a 5th park.
5th, 6th, and 7th.
Whoa.
They said 2 smaller parks as well. It could be a water park. It could be a shopping park. It could be a
carnival park.
I don't know. A Ray Park.
An adults only park.
Yeah.
So do you guys think that we'll get? All right, let's say in the next 10 years, do you think they'll break ground on a 5th gate?
10 years?
I would think so. Within the next 10 years, yeah.
How about the next 5?
I think it depends on how well the numbers are for Epic Universe. Because if they get blasted, then they'll be like, let's break ground.
Here's another news. Josh D'Amaro was spotted in Epic Universe, which I think is great.
Yeah. Also, the other guy was too.
Yeah, the other guy that no one knows his name.
Bob.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, Bob Iger. He was there too.
Anyway,
but it was funny. He had a checkbook out, and he's like, "How much?"
Yeah.
Well, to me, what it shows is that these parks are starting to realize that if they don't have to work together, but if they, they're talking. Those executives know what's going on, and if they plan mostly together, it's going to keep tourism up. So like Epic did this, or Universal did this, and then Disney takes a little bit of a lull where they opened a few rides, but they've got some really big stuff coming while the hype of Epic is going. Disney's like, all right, we're going to be losing these people anyway. Let's do a bunch of stuff, and then we'll go. And then by the time we go, they'll be redoing some rides at Universal or whatever. So that's my thought.
Yeah.
And then in the meantime, SeaWorld's just
look over here.
We got one new ride.
Epic already does have plans for 2 more portals.
Yeah.
They even have it on their sign, empty spaces for the 2 portals, which some people have already said this is not Disney at all, but one of them is going to be Wicked.
Yeah.
And then people are saying that it's more of a wish and a hope that the other one would be Lord of the Rings.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
which would be epic.
It would be epic. But yeah, competition's a good thing, but it's also it brings more people into town too, right? If there's more places to go, then you don't feel like you're crowded because everybody went to one place or the other. There's still going to be people that just want to go to Disney, or they want to do both, so they're going between both, and it's definitely
and there's more consistent flow too of not just like
right.
Oh, hey, every 5 years it's going to be so crowded you can't see straight.
Yeah.
Versus like, because they don't want those slow times anymore. No,
right.
Those days are over. I remember recently I was just at a wedding a couple weeks ago, and they were like, "We're gonna go to Disney for the first time. I've never been there. I'm taking the kids. When is the slow time?" And I'm like, "It's never."
Yeah.
It used to be.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Well, we were thinking like around like Thanksgiving. It can't be that busy." I'm like, "That's the busiest time. So don't do that. That sounds awful."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had some friends go in September, like when kids are in school and they've taken their kids because they're homeschooled or whatever, and they're still saying it's still a good time to go. Like they've had
hurricanes.
Like it's not been too busy or whatever.
I've gone in September a few times, and each time we had to dodge a hurricane.
Nice.
One time we had to leave a day early and get a rental car, and then the other time we got like one of the last flights out. So we were lucky. February is pretty good most of the time.
Yeah.
Sure.
And September's still very hot.
It is. That would be my issue with it. We've gone in December before, and it's busy, but we still had fun. So I mean, it's all in what your expectations are. I was talking to a friend at work the other day, and I was telling him about all the things that were closed and all the things they're doing there and they've never been. I was like, I'm telling you all this, and it sounds bad, right? And I would tell you, if it's your first time, don't go. Don't go now. Like, it's not a great time to go. He's got 3 kids. I was like, you don't need to go. But, eventually you'll be able to go. We're going to go, and it may sound crazy, but we know what we're getting into. We know what we're getting into, and we know what we want to accomplish, and we know how we can have fun in the bubble and not feel like we have to do everything. So it can be done. You just have to have the right expectations.
Lowered expectations.
Nice.
So are we doing a ride tonight?
We're going to do a ride eventually.
Yeah. The only other news I had
Not
was
really.
We went to Comic Palooza, and some of us did, and had a blast. And Hayden Christensen was there. And let me tell you, you can hear all about it on I Am Geek. Go check that out, last week's episode. But he is like the most humble, guy, as a guest. Like, he was like answering all the questions. Like, there was questions that people would ask him, and I'd be like, I leaned over to my brother and I'm like, he's not going to answer that, and he would be like, and he would answer it. And people were like screaming out to the audience, like, just, hey, what about this? And he's like, what? Here, say it again so I can hear. Like, he really wanted to be there. He people were waiting like 5 hours in line to get pictures and autographs. He was there 3 days in a row from like the open to close doing pictures and autographs.
Well, I couldn't imagine how it must have felt to be him. And he was really proud of the prequels when they came out. And then the backlash he got and the way people treat him was just awful. And then now he's a hero. And when you think your career is almost over because of that and the things people say, and then to have that redemption, look at Ahmed Best.
Yeah. So it was really cool seeing him, and he did a really great panel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good.
Yeah, you can hear more about that over on I'm Geek tonight. We've heard the comments. Bring back more ride through videos.
Was neat. I did like it.
It was Derek. He's the one that said.
Actually, I didn't say that, but it's fine. I don't say that.
I didn't say
so we thought we would try that again tonight, but we're going to do something a little different.
Oh,
we are going to do, since it's summertime, everybody goes to the beach. Was it the beach? The ocean? What's in the ocean?
Ocean.
Ocean?
Ooh.
Ocean?
Wandering ocean?
Yeah. We're going to do SeaBase Alpha is what it used to be called.
says you're a manager at the bottom.
We're gonna do the aquarium at EPCOT. We're gonna do SeaBase. No, we're not gonna do the Nemo ride.
No,
we'll save that. And we're not gonna do Turtle Talk.
No.
We'll save that for something else.
We're gonna walk around. We're gonna walk right on by.
right on by there. As you can see, if you're watching on YouTube, this is SeaBase Alpha, and I remember before Nemo, this was cool. You would take the elevator down. It wasn't called an elevator. I forget what it was called. But it was you enter a room, the floor would vibrate. Oh, we're going down underwater, and then when the doors opened, you would be in SeaBase Alpha under the ocean. So right now we're looking at Bruce's playground. It's the sharks from Finding Nemo, so they do have the Finding Nemo stuff all through this now, but we're not talking about Finding Nemo.
No, we're not.
No, we're just talking about the aquarium in general, which is the second largest aquarium.
Yeah, used to be the largest.
Now the largest is in Atlanta,
which is a pretty awesome aquarium. I don't know if y'all have been before.
I haven't been.
We have whale sharks. It's the most incredible thing in the world to see those things. They're so big. I was blown away, and because you can sit in front of this big wall of glass and see big manta rays and these whale sharks swimming around, and it's incredible.
Cool. So the aquarium here, which we'll get to here in the video,
not Atlanta.
The not Atlanta one. We were talking about Spaceship Earth earlier. You could fit Spaceship Earth inside of the aquarium and still have room.
What?
Which is amazing. But they're still in the shark thing.
They're
still in the playground.
Fast forward.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Let's see. I'll have to do this real quick. And
it's fine.
Report. No, it's not okay.
We have the thing. We could speed it up.
Yes. There we go.
Now I'm dizzy.
Okay, so you can see here, this is the SeaBase Alpha. You have a lower level and an upper level. The upper level is where you get more of the views of the big huge aquarium.
The old chamber.
That tube right there is where scuba divers will come in and out.
Do they still do that?
They still do that sometimes. You can still see that sometimes, or at least when I was there last. Then here's the little aquarium.
Tanks.
It's got the eels in it.
The what?
The eels from the Little Mermaid.
Eels, yeah.
Licensed eel.
Eels. There's one.
We all did like the same voice.
How they make. But yeah, so if you go in the living seas, don't miss out on these little side rooms.
Yes,
they're really cool.
The main aquarium's really cool and big, but these little side rooms have some of the cool.
There's a shrimp,
little fish in it,
and a Nemo.
Yeah, there's a Nemo in there.
Yeah. Real quick shout out to PlanIt Park for making this video.
Yeah,
not a sponsor.
Plan PLANIT, not PLNE.
It looks like an exclamation.
Well, then never mind.
But it is an IT, PlanIt Park. PlanIt, not it.
Thank you for your footage, even though you did not give permission.
You didn't permission, but that's all right. We're going to speed up just a bit more here.
Yeah, if you don't want us to use it, then you can tell us.
But thanks.
Just tag them in it.
Wow, we're going to look at all of them.
We're looking at all of the little aquariums. There we go. Okay, so this is the manatees. Yeah, Barbara Manatee is the one for me. But yeah, these are cool. You can, with the manatees, you can see them on the bottom floor, and then you can go up top and look sort of down on them. And sometimes there will be cast members up there that work there feeding them.
Yeah,
lettuce,
cabbage.
Yeah.
And here we go.
Have the dolphins. But
this is where the dolphins. Oh, there's still dolphins in this one.
No, that's an old video.
It's this 2024.
No, this is an old video. That's what the dolphins used to be, which was always one of my favorite things to watch.
They would do a little show with them too, right?
They would even make them like
kids going fast.
Do like shapes on the windows, and they would come up and touch the different shapes and stuff. There's the above manatee area. You can see somebody there.
Recently, they just had somebody jump in the water at Blue at the Land.
That's right.
Oh yeah. To get his phone that he dropped.
Enjoy that lifetime ban.
Yep.
Hope it was
So
worth it.
they like to eat lettuce.
There's
if they
Big
find
Joe.
It. Okay, there we go. There's the dolphins. I'll tell you a sad story. About the aquarium.
Story time with
So
Ryan.
excited.
They have big manta rays in there, and they had this huge one, and my kids loved it. And before COVID, we went there, and they would want to go and they would sit in there all day and just watch this huge manta ray.
And it got COVID. And it
After
wore
the
them out.
shutdown, we came back, and the kids were like, "Where's?" And they had a name. They remember the name. Where's so and so? And the one of the people working there said, "Oh, during COVID, the shutdown, he died." So the kids are sad.
Well, you couldn't have said, "Oh, well, he went back out to the sea."
No, they said he died during COVID when everybody was locked out. Okay, this used to be a tunnel that you would go through for the original ride.
And you could look up.
Yeah, you can look up. It was really cool. Here's the big aquarium.
Yeah. It's good, relaxing, just to kind of chill and watch fish.
Yeah.
And they do shows and stuff, or like they'll have people in there talking, and there's a tortoise.
Yep. And there's scuba divers that go in and clean everything.
You can pay to take a
hidden
tour
Mickey
too, right?
Hidden Mickey. What?
You can pay to take a tour of this as well, as long as you have scuba.
If you have scuba certificates,
yes,
yeah.
I was going to do it once, and then I didn't.
Good story.
Because I have my scuba training. So
and
there
Jesse,
it is. There's Mickey.
It's not very
Mickey.
hidden.
There's a hidden Mickey. Jesse and Joey used to
It's just a Mickey.
broadcast their radio show down here.
Oh,
do you remember that from Full House?
No.
Where they went to EPCOT and they broadcast their radio show in a big bubble thing underneath.
Oh, that guy's doing
whatever
crazy bubble stuff.
Smoke rings.
Smoke rings in the dark.
But as you can see, it's a pretty cool aquarium. So much stuff to see. Oh, look at that. That's the coolest. Yeah, there are sharks in there. So you gotta watch
little interactive.
Oh, that kid just kicked that. Did you see that?
Let me see.
What?
Oh no!
It's just a little demon seed.
Wait. Oh no!
Oh no! You're never gonna get it again.
Wait.
Here it goes.
Oh
no,
not
there yet. You got some time. Oh, giant clams though. How about that?
Yeah, look at those giant clams.
Giant clams.
We're gonna wait
for the listener. This is great. There's like,
this is great. No, you really need to watch it. I'm telling you. Oh, here we go. Watch this little kid.
Bam! He's like,
little monster. Gosh,
and this is the interactive area where you can take little quizzes.
Yeah, or kick the screen.
Or kick it.
The screens, learn about fishes and other
more little aquarium
creatures. And
there we go.
And then the gift shop. Nature, and then the gift shop, which you can buy all sorts of aquatic animal things. So there you go.
So now that we've seen it, let's tear it apart and StarWarsify.
Let's live it.
Let's live it. SeaBase Alpha is now going to be StarWarsified by 3 capable individuals.
No,
So, who would like to go first?
Not me.
Oh, so Derek wants to go first.
I'll go first. Mine is short.
Mine is too simple. But it's great
because I think you can actually keep it. You could keep it the same. I mean, keep it in an aquarium. I thought about maybe doing something that wasn't an aquarium and making it space or something, or maybe you're looking in and somebody building something. But I was like, no, I think it would be cool just to leave it as an aquarium because the aquarium is cool. You just have to StarWarsify it, right? So I thought one thing that we don't have in the parks and you don't hear too much about are the Mon Calamari.
Oh,
and maybe they run the place now, and maybe it's Admiral Akbar is your guide, and maybe you've got because there's all these windows everywhere, but maybe there's windows up at the top, and you see them kind of looking over, and you hear them talking every once in a while, and talking about the SeaBase, whatever you're going to call it, but it's their research facility, maybe where there's all these different creatures that are. This is the part I'm not sure about. It's like maybe we keep the creatures the same, and it's the Mon Calamari running the place, and there's Star Wars things around, or maybe there's animatronics and it's fake fish.
There you go.
And
a combination.
Yeah, it could be a combination for sure. It's like they've brought them to Earth and they can live in our seas. Here, how about that? And there's some animatronics of creatures that we may have heard of in Star Wars. Maybe there's some we haven't. Big ones, small ones that are around. And then you've got
as big as your head.
Some as big as your head. Like a big
small.
helmet.
Sorry.
But then there's still, you've got the interactive part. You've got the part where you can go up and you, instead of feeding the manatees, maybe there's some other creature you can feed, or maybe it's fake. I don't know. But, and then you've got the booths where you can explore and learn more about those Star Wars creatures, aquatic creatures, and see them in the different habitats, But again, you could still have like I said, the real fish, and then just put in those animatronics every once in a while.
Or they can even have like those screens like they have for the Jurassic Park thing, where it's like crashing into it. And
you could, yeah. One of the thoughts I had was to have screens around, and I was like, man, I don't want to take away the coolness of the aquarium, So, but I also think you could still have some screens. Maybe they're on those interactive parts with the quizzes. Maybe there's something that jumps in at you. You got those creatures that are like big squids or whatever. That I don't guess they're really aquatic so much because they were on that ship, like on Solo. It wasn't on Solo where he's on there and he's got the big thing. But something like that where it's all of a sudden like sucking on the window or something, So yeah, just like that. But that's it. Mon calamari research.
I like that. I think that's great.
Yeah. That's it.
I like it.
Yeah. I like that.
I like it.
All
right.
Now I'll go.
You'll go now?
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay.
I'll go. So mine is they're going to change the whole outside of the building to look like
a helmet.
No, the Death Star.
Nice.
So then we have Spaceship Earth and the Death Star, like right there. So as you walk into the Death Star, Disney's been doing a lot of construction. They've got a lot of stuff to dispose of, and there's only so many places you can put it. So they just dump it all into the water, and now you walk into the garbage compactor on the Death Star. So in there, the big thing is it just all looks like trash, and it looks like you went down into. No, actually, what I thought it would be. You're walking like through the Death Star and it's all themed like the Death Star, and they have like one tank that's kind of like the garbage compactor, and in there you see they have like reenactments of Luke, Leia, and Han, and then you see the Dianoga come out there every now and then. It's like a big animatronic, and it'd be like a show that they would do in there. And then the rest of it, I kind of thought like along the lines that Katrin was saying, where the rest of it would be like actual, aquatic creatures, and then some of like the screens or like some projection mapping or something along those lines, where you could still have that conservation, but still make it very much Star Wars. And the way I would do all of the smaller aquariums is make them kind of look like what they did with the research for the clones and like with Snoke and all of that kind of stuff. So, that's all in the Death Star. And then your gift shop is an Imperial gift shop, as it should be.
And what are they missing? They're missing kyber crystals.
Yeah, well, of course, because even the Empire needs kyber crystals. You have to power the Death Star. How do you do that?
With kyber crystals from I Am Geek.
That's the one.
I Am Geek shop on Etsy.
Yeah,
all one word.
Specifically.
Work with all your obvious lightsabers.
Speaking of lightsabers, they've already discontinued my new one.
I know. I'm very bummed. I'm so bummed because I really wanted that one.
Nice.
It's so good. I love it.
Rub it in.
Even more now that you can't have it.
By the way, speaking of the lightsabers, my son ordered his first lightsaber from Crimson Dawn.
Oh, good. He chose Crimson Dawn. That's good.
Yeah. It's one that has a crystal in it.
Oh, it's a fancy one.
It's a fancy one.
I may be getting another lightsaber, maybe.
I mean, I could have made him a crystal, but
but yeah, it's cool. So it's coming tomorrow.
So it's not the like the night one with the.
No, he didn't. He decided not to go with that one. He liked this one because that one was out of stock that he really wanted. So.
And Derek's getting another lightsaber.
I am, but I can't say too much.
Oh,
it has to do with another podcast.
Oh,
there you go. One of his other podcasts.
Yeah. No, I guess I guessed quite a bit on
Jedi talk.
Yeah, Star Wars Jedi chat. That's the one.
Jedi
Star Wars
chat,
Jedi chat with Ron and Nick, and yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Excellent.
It is a fun time.
Fun times.
Fun times. So yeah, there's mine, the garbage compactor.
I love it.
All right, are we ready?
I'm ready.
Cue the music. Oh, okay. Okay, so I decided
it better be Naboo.
Okay, so I decided since this is EPCOT,
Mm-hmm.
and there
This is pod.
used to be more of a theme than there is now, but there used to be a theme like preserving the environment and all this stuff, all this stuff like technology, preserving the environment, stuff like that. So I decided that the Republic or whoever's in charge at the moment, we can say the Republic, has decided to they've reached out to the I'm going to mispronounce it because they're from Camino, but the Kaminoans have been tasked to preserve the aquatic wildlife of the galaxy. So different parts of the aquarium will feature different sea life from across the galaxy. And on top of all that, the Gungans, Mon Calamari, the Quarren, which are the squid head people, those, have been hired to help take care of the sea creatures and can be seen swimming and found throughout the aquarium. So you'll see them everywhere. It may be people in costumes. It may be animatronics. Blah, blah, blah.
Or maybe they actually breed their own.
Maybe so. But okay, so there's going to be different sections of the aquariums, and they're going to be themed to different water planets from the Star Wars galaxy because they have taken creatures from all these planets to clone them and make them so that because a lot of them are on the verge of extinction. We're going to see. Okay, so Naboo, that's a big one. We're going to have the Naboo area that's going to have the Sando Aqua Monster, and the Colo Clawfish, and the OPC Killer, which if you watched episode 1, you'll see a lot of these when they're down in the water on the name, and the Scalefish, and the elusive, that you'll see every once in a while, the elusive ducks. Because there's ducks on Naboo.
And at Disney.
And at Disney.
Ducks.
Every once in a while, you'll see some waddling by, some ducks.
And maybe Donald the Duck.
Yeah, maybe Donald.
Or Howard.
Or Howard.
You could. You do have Guardians across the way.
Yep.
And then you'll have the Mon Cala section, which will have the Mon Cala eel, the giant squid, the sea leviathan. Which is cool because the sea leviathan, while not naturally occurring, this creature was engineered by Sith scientists to hunt and assimilate the life force on Mon Calamari. So there's going to be one of those. And I thought Derek would like that one.
I do.
So that's why I do.
I like it a lot.
The star urchins are small star-shaped creatures found in the water, and the Krakana, a carnivore native to Mon Calamari. Also named name of a hut ball team, if you're keeping up with your hut ball.
I do.
The Welodons, and then the Moapop. So these, and then of course Camino, they have their sea creatures. They have the Awa, which are air whales.
Awa.
Yeah.
Awa.
They're massive winged creatures capable of swimming, and then that's the one you see popping out of the water in the movies. The Carmoradon sea dragons. These are large aquatic reptiles that inhabit the ocean of Camino. You could see one of these in the Clone Force 99 Bad Batch episode. It appears. Saber jowls, and then the rollerfish. These meter-long fish are native to the upper ocean layers of Camino. They kill prey with their curved spines. And then there's Octo, which
Octo.
Everybody's favorite place from the sequels. There's going to be a Thylos Siren's green milk stand where you can go up and squirt you some green milk out of it.
Yeah.
Right next to the wave pool.
So that'll be a green milk stand there for your refreshments.
All right.
But then if that wasn't enough,
Yes,
I know you're excited.
I am.
I really am.
There's going to be a secret area that you have to find.
I love
in the
secret
aquarium.
areas.
I love secrets.
Guess
Secret.
what you might find in
Secret!
A mythosaur.
area. Yes, a
That's
mythosaur.
what I was waiting for.
I got one
knew it. I knew there would be one.
Mythosaur right there.
Oh my
So,
gosh!
I've got one right next to me.
So this will be like an
I
adventure
don't
for the aquarium. Like, not
Oh,
it's not going to be
sorry.
just out there, but you have to stumble upon the mythosaur. You have to be sort of called to the mythosaur, and you get a viewing of the mythosaur. And sure, a lot of this can be done with animatronics and some with screens, and then you can also have, because a lot of these planets also have just fish going around, so you can have just regular fish swimming around.
Yeah.
But so like the scuba divers you'll see will look like the Montgomery, the Corins and the Gungans that you'll see on the bottom of the floor and stuff. Yeah, so I thought it'd be sort of cool because it already sort of looks like a Camino base, or
the way you've got these tubes and these rounded or the buildings and all this stuff. Yeah,
we all missed something. That's and we can always do this later, but I feel like it's not worth doing a whole episode, and that's Turtle Talk with Crush.
No, yeah, we said at the beginning that's going to be separate.
Oh, we did say that. I was
we said we're just focusing on the aquarium. We're not doing
the
ride.
That's not the ride. Okay, well, yeah.
Yeah, so we're not doing either one of those things. Those will be a separate episode.
Fine, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, that's okay.
I just had a good idea. That's all.
Well, save it.
Nope.
For the sword talk.
Hey guys,
I'm the mythosaur.
Hey, you guys.
Anyways, so
that was great. I was
trying to cram all the creatures from the galaxy into one thing there, and I thought, what's the perfect thing? They're trying to conserve. They're trying to stop extinction, so they hired the cloners to make sure that happens.
Nice.
Yeah. Now, what about the gift shop?
Oh, mine? Oh, you're going to be able to get plushes of all these creatures.
All the creatures, exactly.
Yeah, you're gonna get. You can even get a
with and all of them. It's almost like Build-A-Bear, and inside, instead of the heart, it's like Kyber crystal.
Kyber crystal.
A heart of Kyber.
You can get a Thal Siren's squirt gun.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
can buy freeze-dried shrimp for snacks.
Yeah.
No. Like shrimp chips.
You can get shrimp,
not like that.
That's right. Of course, you get your Gungan ears. You can get your Mon Calamari helmet head. You can get your Quarren fake beard.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So you can dress up like all of them.
Yeah.
You get your neck stretched. Like
I do that all the time.
There we go.
If the Kaminoans were Spanish, would they be El Cambinos?
Yeah, probably.
No, sorry,
the Walkers.
But again,
that's my last episode.
Yeah, I thought we would have sort of the same thing, but again, it goes to show you we have 3 different ideas.
No one did Dagobah.
Ours were kind of similar, Ryan. We weren't totally different.
I'm just trying to.
I know, but it's always hard because you think, oh, that's the obvious one. I'm not going to do that one, and so like Naboo or Dagobah, or even just Camino. But but then then every now and then Smee pops out. So
I like what I on yours, Ryan, is you're incorporating all of these different worlds too, right? You've got the Gungans, you've got Camino, you've got just different water planets across the galaxy, so that you don't have to pick just one. It's not just one point in time in Star Wars.
It's many.
Yeah. Many points. I left out a couple of water planets. There's a couple of more water planets that pop up in random things, but I was like, I think that's enough. Those are the big ones.
Yeah,
that everybody knows about.
The big ones.
The big ones.
Big ones. They are big ones.
All right. Well, there we go.
I love it.
We did it.
We did it.
We did it. And so that means next time is episode 50.
50.
Whew, it's a big one.
How many people, if we do a live show, how many people do you think we can get on a live?
At least 3.
Yes.
The 3 of us.
Oh wait, I thought you meant like all.
No, like watching the live show.
I thought you
We
meant
can
like
the 6 people in on the screen here. If we had.
At least 3. Woo. What should we do for the 50th?
should get our favorite guests from the past.
Call James.
All right.
All right. See you next time on Living with the Land Speeder.
Bye bye.
See you later.